Yeah, we all do, except you. You know, like the crazy Miss D down the road, the one with the cats.
Yeah, no.
You know her. I have permission to do this, show their pictures. It's okay to laugh. And what about Mr. E? He's a landscaper. He lives on 3rd Street. He can't use a lawnmower anymore. Well, they found him in the yard clipping the lawn with scissors. And Mr. L. He's
Oh, wow.
coal miner. The family thought they had rodents in the house. It was just him crawling around under the bed, looking for the opening of an old mine shaft. We have crazy neighbors, all of us have. But some are suffering from various stages of dementia. Of course, it's important to work closely with your physician to be sure that you rule out any other causes. But dementia is a specific set of symptoms for which there is no cure. It only ends in death. Now that you know my topic that I'm talking about, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Deborah. I've been working with geriatrics for over 30 years. I work at a local nursing home as a nurse. I also work in a dementia facility in Sarasota. I'm going to take you down a path that one family has already tread with their loved one as the progression of dementia occurs. My topic, you know, is dementia, and we're going to take a closer look at Mrs. D. Mrs. D's daughter gave me permission to tell her story, and every effort is going to be made to be sure that we keep the family's privacy. To begin this journey, Mom did live alone. She started out with forgetfulness. She was losing her purse, her car keys, losing her jewelry. She was forgetting to take her medicines, didn't know when she ate, forgot her pills. That's how the onset of dementia can begin. Her behaviors became worse, so the family made more frequent visits to her home, and they even had neighbors notify the family if they saw anything unusual. Well, one night they got the dreaded phone call, and Mom was out in the yard. So they picked Mom up at 1 o'clock in the morning, sitting in the yard naked. And at that point, the family had to bring Mom home. So Mom stayed with them for a while, and that took a few years, but her symptoms began to progress. As dementia progresses, it's a set of symptoms, and they become worse. The personality began to change. Her personality, she became easily agitated. Some become aggressive and combative. And Mom began hiding things and then accusing the family members of stealing from her. She kept removing her clothes, and it just became very exhaustive. The whole household became disrupted, and the worst part was the sleeplessness and wandering. Sleeplessness, these persons with dementia can't stay up for more than 2 days at a time, and that's exhaustive for a family. And they also can, when they begin to wander, they'll wander out in the street or out of the house, and that becomes a safety matter. And eventually, in this case, they had no choice. Mom had to go into a nursing facility. She's in my facility, and we keep her safe. We try to keep her clothes on. We try to keep her out of other people's rooms, out of other people's beds. She gets her meds. She gets her food. Her family visits often. They bring her gifts and bring her, on the good days, they take her out. They bring her family photos. But what's going to happen to Mom? As dementia progresses, the brain cells begin to deteriorate. They continue to deteriorate. It's an ongoing process. Soon, Mom won't be able to recognize family members. Soon, she will lose control of bowel and bladder related to the reflexes being lost. The reflex to swallow will be lost. And eventually, the main cause of death for a demented person is pneumonia. They aspirate on food or beverage. It gets in the lung, and then it becomes an infection. We call that pneumonia. And secondary to that would be the reflux, would be dehydration and what am I thinking of? Dehydration and malnutrition. Sad, of course they're going to die, that's the end results, but is it sad or an ugly ending? Perhaps we would say that, but as a hospice nurse, I've had the privilege of being at the end of life with these people and their families, and the families do find comfort in knowing that their family member no longer has to wander around in darkness and in hopelessness and confusion. Now they're in a place of peace and comfort and have a sound mind. And for these people, death is really not the end. And I hope you see that in this poem that I have found. It is written by Barbara P. Benjamin, called Memories on Hold. The date of publishing is unknown. It's me, Mama, can't you see? Please wake up and recognize me. I search your eyes so empty and blue, hoping for a flicker of what used to be you. In my world you used to play, now roles are reversed, I'm in yours today. I'll care for you, Mama, I'll hold your hand, waiting for the day before Jesus we stand. For only then will the bright light burn, and the memory of you will return. You may not know me as the daughter you bore, but you will always be the mother that I adore. Thank you.